What's happening, guys? My name is Chris. This is my first time recording. This is going to be a series of my journey as an aspiring poker player. Now, I'm a little bit older than most people who aspire to be a poker player. I'm probably considered ancient. I like to play chess as well, and anything over 20 to 22 years old is considered ancient in the game. So, I completely understand. I'm probably at a disadvantage at this, but that's okay. I am okay with playing from behind. I've played from behind, honestly, my entire life and everything that I do. Currently, I work a normal 9-to-5 job, and I just want to better myself as a poker player. I've enjoyed the game since I was 14, 15 years old, and I've put it on hold with my kids. I'm now at a point in my life where I can take a stab. So, look, I'm going to be talking about a few different things as I play. I'll probably just talk really in the first video. This first video, probably just going to talk through my hands. I only like the multi-table 2 tables. Again, I'm not particularly great. I have a lot of holes in my games, and I am not really worried about people watching this recording and trying to take advantage of me. I'm going to play on Ignition. I know there's a lot of love-hate with Ignition, but I like the anonymity, whatever that word is. I like being able to get off the table and get back on if I see I'm starting to run bad, and not let people take advantage of me going on tilt. Now, granted, the key to that, though, is that goes both ways, right? So I'm not going to be able to take advantage of others on tilt. But truthfully, when playing online, I think it's more about skill than it is about playing someone's emotions. Emotions and physical play becomes huge in live stakes. And obviously, this is not going to be live stakes. So forgive the audio equipment. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Really cheap setup here. This is literally just my laptop. I hope can't hear the TV in the background. I haven't decided if I'm going to put some music in the background or not yet. But I think streaming is going to help my game. So to get things started, let's go ahead and get going. I'm already pre-logged in here. And now I started with $250, just so you guys know. I did start this month, and I am up $3.66. It's been a long time since I've hopped on line to play, and I had to kind of get back in the groove of how I think about the game. With that being said, I'm already breaking, I think, the number one rule, right? You should have 100 to 150 buy-ins. Some would even say 200, and I got 250, and I'm not playing 2 cent, 5 cent. I'm gonna play 5 cent, 10 cent. And basic math dictates, at 10 cents at 100 big blinds, it's gonna be $10, obviously, which you'll see that as I pull it up. And you should have at least 100 to 150. So let's split the difference. I should be playing with a $1,200 bankroll. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be playing with a $250 bankroll and upload as I go. Hopefully I won't have to upload. So go ahead and exit that out, and let's get started. So we're going to go to 5 cent, 10 cent. Now, I like to multi-table, but I only like to multi-table 2 tables. And the reason for it is it's just slow enough for me to actually make some decent thought processes, but at the same time, I'm not getting lost in the game. What I mean by that is, I'm not just clicking fold or raise without actually taking a second to think, because I've got 2 other tables, 4 tables total. I just don't want that to happen. So, this one's going to be a little bit annoying. I'm going to have to wait a full turn here since I came in on the big. I'm probably going to hop on this one soon. But yeah, this is pretty exciting for me. I'm going to take a stab at this. Every year I watch the World Series of Poker, or at least I watch highlights of it. current job type with my children kind of limits my time, but you know, I've been blessed in what I do, and I have no complaints. But every year, I get some highlights from the World Series, and one of my dreams is to play in the World Series of Poker. It's not even to just win it. I don't even care about winning it. I don't even care about cashing it. I really just care about playing in it, being able to build up a bankroll and to take my shot and have some fun. By the way, I am currently watching Supernatural in the background. I've seen this series probably at least a dozen times. It's something that I just put in the background to kind of pass time as I wait for these hands to come up. And you know, it's funny that that's why people like the multi-table. I'm not that guy. I'm also deciding on how long I want to make these sessions. I am already 6 minutes in. We've got our first hand. Looks like we're going heads up here. I'm hoping he doesn't do anything stupid. I'd rather not have my first hand be a fold, and it's going to be a fold. I'm not even going to mess with that. But I think I'm going to do probably a 30 to 40. This video might be 45 minutes, just because I started late. But I think 25 to 30 minute videos is going to be enough. Surely I can get a couple hands in. If I can get, I don't know, see 100 to 200 hands an hour, that'd be good. Which means 100 every 30 minutes. 2 tables, that might be ambitious, but I am multi-tabling 6-handed. 3-8 off, obviously that's a fold. There's really no point in even trying here. Once again, Jack 6 off, it's just a fold. These are obvious things. I mean, hopefully we get to something more juicy here soon. My ranges are kind of wide. You know, I'm gonna be honest. You're gonna see me play some pretty wide stuff, but I will also tighten up at times. Don't ask me. I mean, you're welcome to ask me in the comments, but don't ask me why I play certain hands and other certain hands. You guys didn't see it, but before I decided this recording, I did a little 20-minute session before. On the button with Ace Jack, under the gun, raised it. The cutoff decided to go ahead and three bet. In these stakes, I don't necessarily think 3-betting is a fold for me with Ace Jack on Ace Jack off on the button, but I did end up folding it and then played, you know, King Queen off under the gun. So it really just depends on the dynamic of the table and how I see how the table's feeling. That's poker, right? All right. Had a good shot there. That's all right. I love the chase draws too. I mean, I think that's really what makes me a bad poker player. Is that I like the chase draws a lot. I'm also going to try to guess my opponent's hands from time to time when I'm in the hand. Again, that kind of helps. Helps my reads. 4-7 suited. No. 4-8 suited is actually my favorite hand. Ace. Look, Ace 6 off. No, there's no point in playing that kind of trash. And believe it or not, actually, if we were at higher stakes, if this was like 1-2, you know, I might actually raise this. I'm Ace 6 off, but these low stakes, 5-10, I can be loose. I can't be that loose. You got to be just loose enough to be able to steal some pots, but you really can't be loose because you're not trying to steal. You're just trying to outweight the opponent, which is kind of sad, really, because it kind of limits the fun you can have in a poker game. All right, 10-4 off. This is a check fold. I have no interest in the hand. Let's go see Queen 9. See, this is one of those moments where I'd love to call. I'm gonna fold. I don't like this hand. If this was on the button, I probably would consider a raise. But realistically, under the gun, no. And look at this. Check fold and I want a pot. Woohoo! Back to 990. Now listen, if you're here to learn about poker, I am not the guy at all. I have never been the guy to teach. I'm not a good teacher whatsoever. I like to talk things through the hand, but I'm not a teacher. Never will be. But I have found that I have watched other poker players online, whether they're good or they're bad, and you learn from people's mistakes. You know, watch somebody play a hand and realize, man, I would have did that differently. We're going to fold again. Just not a spot to really try to do anything. You got a short stack here. Oh, weird. 59.58. Alright, it looks like the beginning of this session might be a boring one, so bear with me. We're gonna grind this one out. I haven't decided if I'm going to record a tournament session. That would be really, really cool. But what I have decided is I am not going to play a tournament until I get to a marker. So $253 is what we started, and I want to get to $350 before we spend $10 on a tournament, because that's another thing, is I'm going to spend one buy-in, which would be $10 on a tournament. So the tournament can't be any more than $10, and obviously most tournaments have a fee as well, so like 10 plus 3, stuff like that. 5-10 suited to fold. Really big scene right now, Supernatural. Dean in the first plate. Alright, ace deuce suited. We're going to go ahead and pot and raise. We're the first one into this pot. Pretty decent hand. Get the button out. Fantastic. I am okay with a call from the smaller big, but I'm also okay with just scooping it up. Big usually, the big blind usually always calls here though, especially in these stakes. Alright, we got a wheel draw. We're going to go ahead and continue bet for half pot. 8-9. This is actually going to be a limp. I'm going to limp here with the idea of cracking bigger hands. So if somebody comes in with a raise, like this right here, now if it folds to me, I'm going to actually just come on in relatively cheaply. This is annoying, because this could be a draw, which means I need to bet him out. I'm gonna go ahead and take another step. If he doesn't fold here, I'm done bluffing. I'm definitely calling here. I'm not going anywhere. Great, awesome. And this is not a horrible flop, not a great flop, but not a horrible flop. I'm gonna check. I expect a continuation representing a queen, or maybe he has his aces and kings. I'm gonna fold over here, come back to focus this way. Alright, player one, what do you want to do? You're the one that raised. Alright, 50 cents into $1, so half pot. This really could be anything. Ace, king, ace, queen, king, queen. Queen, jack suited, possibly. I'm still going to call on a flush. Fold. I am now open-ended. And now I'm going to donk. I just need to know how much I want to donk here. Half pot, 3/4. So let's go a little in between. We're going to bet 126. We're open-ended with a flush. We can win this hand a lot of ways, so we're going to put pressure to give us a full opportunity to win this pot. Because right now I'm semi-bluffing. I don't mind him calling. I think I can actually draw this in the river. Alright, so he min raises, which is interesting. I'm probably beat. I should know that I'm beat here. What can he min raise me with? Ace, queen. I'm going to call. I have to put myself in a spot to call. And now I've got to check and fold. Well, that sucks. This is not how I wanted to start the stream. I'm really hoping he checks back so we can see. I'd love it if he checked back so we can see. Maybe he's got ace queen and he thought the 3 betting on raising on the turn was a good idea. I don't know. I'm folding either way. I'm not calling a bet here. Absolutely not. I'm out. All right. By the way, I don't top off. I know a lot of players like to top off. I do not. I do not like to top off. Reason being is you can always make it back from nothing. I know everybody's the logic is well, you can't win the maximum amount of money if you don't have the maximum in your stack. Yeah, I get it, but that's not how I look at it. I look at it as each big blind is extremely important in the manner of I don't want to top off and fall into a hole of being on a bad run, knowing when to quit. I would much rather be able to see like, oh, I've lost this entire buy-in. Okay, well, I'm three buy-ins. I'm three buy-ins deep. I can see that because I'm not topping off anymore. I'm actually having to go through the entire buy-in. All right, once again, I'm going to raise over here. It's deuce suited. Man, this really does suck though. It really does suck. I was hoping to hit the draw because I'm more than likely thinking he had a set of queens. So if I would have hit my straight or flush, I probably would have got paid. I'm leaning to the fact that he had a set of queens. All right, we are reaching the 16-minute mark. Already coming up on 16 minutes, and I am down. A little over $4. A little under $4, excuse me. Oh, yeah, a little under $4. $3 and some change. We are not getting anything going. We've got to get something going here. My tea. And let's get psyched and ready to go. I don't want to go too far without talking. Probably gonna truthfully, I'm probably just gonna upload this to YouTube for now. Don't want to play any music on YouTube for copyright purposes or anything like that. I don't really have the legalities of how YouTube works yet. So, we will see how that goes. So, hey YouTube, what's up? I am definitely new here. Never uploaded a video in my life. Is it possible?